Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello.
Hello and welcome.
How are you?
We hope you're well.
Today we have a 0-hour match. It's going to be Sexiee as the USA Air Force General.
His opponent will be Boycah as our GLA Demolition.
Indeedy so. We are on cold territory. It's a bit like that in Australia now, isn't it?
Look,
We're in the winter here.
My toes may or may not be freezing off at the moment, Machine, so that gives you any indication. It is a bit chilly.
I have a bed sheet on my floor for my feet.
Where's my bed sheet?
It's so my feet don't get cold. Yeah, but we shouldn't talk about this too much. Otherwise, all the Europeans will be like, you noobs. Like,
you don't know what cold is.
Yeah, and then we'll have some dude from Siberia that's like, you know, it's not cold until it's -30.
Worker is going to be crushed on the left. Boycah not quite microing his way into the garrison. Maybe the worker got tired. Or he got something in his foot because he has no shoes. So, can you imagine getting a splinter in your foot when there's a dozer chasing after you and like trying to pick it out while hopping along?
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
Difficult.
So, Sexiee sees the tunnel being placed down. He's going to one-up him here with a Chinook, with a supply. Are you sure, bro? Because if he can crush the worker in time, but he can't.
What I was going to say, would it be really swaggy if Sexiee not only completed the supply, but then followed it up by crushing the worker?
Yeah, that would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
He
But
may
could have
have
done
been
it.
able to as well.
Definitely, 100%, yeah.
Not sure if he drove, but if he Chinook dropped, then that might have saved time. Because now there's also a garrison there as well. So those RPGs are going to be in a great spot. But, okay, he can just constantly mine through the point defense laser. Other than that, we saw a dozer in the middle try and crush the tunnel, but didn't get it in time. Tech Terror kills it, so it was a very short-lived supply.
It certainly was, Machine. Has gone down now.
But it's a 3-supply opener, so...
Yeah, 3-supply opener with
fine.
an airfield here, Machine. So, will it be... I don't even know. I'm guessing King Raptors would make sense here. Yeah, it is King Raptors. You generally see more airfields for a Chinook strat. That being said, there is another airfield going down, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think the main reason why is because there's no important upgrade for King Raptors. Not early on, where for Comanches you really have to get not only stealth, but then also the rocket pods. So having that third airfield really does help out. And I think for King Raptors, the main reason for double airfield is just so that if you lose one airfield to a Tech Terror, it doesn't actually matter. He gets a couple RPGs there.
And it really is safe for Sexiee to go for the double airfield, and the reason for that is he saw the Tech Terror go off onto his third supply, and actually that's technically good for Sexiee because it means there's probably not going to be a Tech Terror for X amount of time, or more likely there won't be another Tech Terror, and Boycah's just going to be building up his army.
3 dozer build.
3 dozer build. Ah, man, Boycah. Oh man, Sexiee, you're a baller. You gotta love a 3 dozer build, Machine. You really do.
It didn't quite work. If he denied the tunnel in the middle, it definitely would have. That would have been a great opener. But still, either way, he's looking strong. He's got his Humvees out now. There's no barracks for any Rock Vs, but that's okay. He has the King Raptors for support. And he just needs to repair them on the War Factory until he gets an Ambo out. So we'll probably see him go for barracks now. No, going for Chinooks. Oh, Comanches. Damn it. It's happened already. Comanches.
What do we got on the left here for Boycah? Is that a tunnel network?
It is a tunnel network, and it's a little civilian building. You know what it looks like, though, is those... When you go to the beach, and then there's the lifesaver little kiosk things. That's what it looks like.
Boycah's micro on point, though. Boycah actually cancelled his tunnel network and then rebuilt it to burn the King Raptor shells. That was brutal.
Worker survives. 2 quads are there to reinforce. Having those forward tunnels against the USA, especially on a map like this, where you have the flanking routes so you can prevent the mining, like with Homeland Rocks. Actually, I think this is very similar to Homeland Rocks, isn't it? Has the same basic layout, so I think Homeland Rocks is actually a modification of this map. That's generally how Relax does his maps, is he bases it off of an existing map and then does some pretty big changes to them. There's no Rock Vs though. They don't have any missile defenders. So he's gonna have to rely on his Chinooks.
You're right there, Machine. And the mobile Chinook army is really what it's all going to be about for Sexiee. More missiles coming out. It's going to be the barrack snipe here. We'll delay the RPG production. However, Boycah already has a few. RPGs and quads are great against Humvees and King Raptors.
Doing some good harassment, and there's actually Comanche is camping out the arms dealer, so didn't go for the quads there. I think he's going to be retreating to his base, trying to hold this one, because there are quads everywhere. Oh man, may even lose the war factor. Dozer not going in for any repairs. One of them was sniped. Here come the Comanches. There's a lot of them. One Chinook goes down. 2 Chinooks go down, in fact.
All of them are going to be sniped, and Sexie's 3-dozer build has turned into a 1-dozer build machine. Only having one of them left. King Raptor's going to be sniped down on the airfield. There are too many quads for those Chinooks.
This is not going well at all. 3 Chinooks. Comanches are still alive. But there's this Vet 3. Oh no, that was killed, wasn't it? Okay, so there's no more here. Oh, great play with the Chinook.
Brilliant play.
The quads auto-focus the Chinook, which means that the Comanches get free reign. Chinooks are quite durable relative to the Comanches. Comanches are very squishy. And they have the point laser defense on the Chinooks.
Beautiful micro keeps Sexiee in this game. That Chinook play was on point. Wow, I'm very impressed.
But he's not done just yet. There's still more quads and RPGs on the way. Doesn't get the Comanche down in time. Re-stealth very quick with the Chinooks. Comanches, I need a swear jar. Now, you know what?
You owe me $1 for every time that you say that.
He's doing
machine.
it again, though, but will it work here?
It will work, machine. The quads auto-acquire the Chinook.
Okay, you know what will help if I say Chinook? It's the C sound. K-k-k. That's what gets me every time. Loses the Chinook. And the Comanches are going in.
Yeah, and look, this is Sexiee. He's playing well, but look at the map, bro. Look at the map, bro. Boycah, he's all over the middle. He has the central supplies there, I think, as well. He has his 3rd up and running, sending rebels over to the oil derricks as well as repair that one with the worker. So while Sexiee is holding on, Boycah's control over the map is unparalleled. In fact, Boycah's already built a supply inside of Sexie's base. His production will be out of control.
Yeah, that's nuts.
This is like Stinger site. You really should go for a Stinger site here.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually.
Yeah. They're really great defensively.
And they reveal stealth in a large radius. Oh, it has the radar van. Excellent. Because the tunnels reveal stealth as well, but they actually have less range, detection range. So it gets the deny of the cap and the tunnel. So great play there coming out of Sexiee. Boycah looking to deny the supply, I think. The problem with attacking buildings is it means that if the Comanches attack, you have to retarget. But there is a radar van there anyway, so there will be a bit of a reaction time from Boycah going for the tunnel and now the Stinger side as well. This could delay the reinforcements with no tunnel there to rally troops. Rocket pods come down as well, going for the supply. This is a very aggressive play, but it is being punished by Boycah. This is his entire base. But he's rebuilt a supply.
I'm not sure if this is the best idea here from Sexiee. He's going all in, trying to snipe down the quad production here, machine. He just wants to fly around the map, denying any arms dealers. But the real question is, can he deal with his army? That's not the way to do it, running into a Stinger site.
This is one of them. Does have the countermeasures. Has all 4, oh, apart from the veterancy upgrade, but it has all 3 of those air upgrades. This is the power, and the quads are in a nice spacing. Because they're lined up, it means you can't get a nice rocket pod off. If they're clumped up in a circle or a square, that's where rocket pod comes devastating. Out of the radar van as well now.
Gentlemen, do not recommend base training against a GLA. It is not the funnest of times, and now Sexiee, he's just building it. He's just rolling his base forward, machine. How much cash does Sexiee have in the bank here?
Not much, but enough for a supply, and that's what matters. Radar van leading the charge will get focused down. Oh, these re-stealths are so fast. The one advantage, though, for Sexiee, these Comanches are getting rather vetted. Okay, let's see. Rocket pods come through. How many Comanches will go down? 1 of them, 2 of them, and maybe even a 3rd. 3 Comanches go down. 3 for 3. Not a good trade at all, but the pilots may be recaptured.
They certainly can be, machine.
Doesn't even matter unless he vets up the dozer.
Yeah, do you see how fast dozers build when they're like heroic? It's insane.
Actually going to lose this one though. That's not very good.
Yeah, it's not. Really should micro those pilots away. It is important. Sexiee had to take that trade. There was no option. Sexiee had to take that trade at some point. If Boycah had more units, the situation was only going to get worse, and Sexiee wasn't going to have any more production.
We got to remember, because he killed the arms dealers, so there was no production, and only just now is Boycah getting his arms dealer out. So there's still a few quads, 3 of them as RPGs, but it's slowing things down. Got to be careful of the detection from these Stinger sites. Their damage against countermeasures isn't great, but the detection allows the quads to do a lot of damage.
Need more than 2 RPGs, my friend.
We should make a point defense laser montage.
Pew, pew, pew. The sound is so ridiculous as well, which kind of adds to it. Right, so three Chinooks. That is the. Man, now you got me saying it. I hate you so much. You don't win, you lose. You're the worst. 3 Comanches, in fact. That's the entire army, but they essentially have all their upgrades. Like countermeasures is there, the stealth's there, the rocket pods are there. Power's actually going to be sniped down here, though.
Let's see if he uses the dozer. That would be a good play, actually. If he draws fire with a dozer, that could work, but it'd be very risky, given that it only has 1 dozer left. Rocket pods kind of misses there, but gets 2 of the quads. Re-stealths. This is so fast. A POP, man. Getting another supply, actually. So Sexiee has rebuilt his base, loses one of the Chinooks. Chinook.
Chinooks.
Chinook. I think it's Chinook, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's a Native American word.
Yeah.
Like tomahawk.
It is.
So, for another power.
Yeah, look, I mean, they're repairing.
So this is actually, I think, not a good idea. Sending out quads 2 or 1 at a time. Especially since these Comanches are all vetted, they're fully heroic. It means that he's going to need more quads than previously. And now Boycah's losing his critical mass of quads, which means that the Comanches can run around and do some harassment.
Just 1 more RPG machine, like 1 more RPG is all we need inside of the garrison.
I think it also depends how close they are as well. If they're closer,
that Chinook would have taken damage during this from the garrison.
So we do have a Humvee with a Hellfire drone, but now finally we have a barracks. So we will see some Rockvies come online, but Rockvies still aren't that efficient until you get the search and destroy. But there's only a couple of quads anyway, so when the quads are in low number, then you can just kite them, get the ambo repairing, not a big deal.
And Sexiee doesn't need an airfield either. You have to remember that these Comanches are self-repairing. So they are fine to just continue running around annoying Boycah. I really thought this game was in Boycah's hands, but all of a sudden it looks like Sexiee it's possible that Sexiee takes this game.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still a lot of income for Boycah. He has no, he actually 2 supplies. This one was fully exhausted. No orb derricks for either of our players.
I think this is gonna come down to a 9 quad, one radar van pop. Yeah,
oh, like this one? Is that what you mean? But a rocket pod comes through just in time. They weren't split up enough. Rocket pod gets the AoE on all of them, loses what, 6 quads and a radar van?
And the radar van. That's what Boycah needed to do, but not when there are rocket pods available.
It was so close though, because he almost split up the quads well enough that they wouldn't have all been hit by the rocket pods. If he just let them split up for a little bit longer.
And Sexiee predicted that so well. He saw the radar van going in and just assumed there was going to be a quad bump and preemptively use the rocket pods, because a single burst from these Comanches is enough to take out the tunnel. Oh, he's going to lose one! Maybe?
Gets away. The thing is with the Comanches is because they have such little health, it means their healing is very high relative. Oh, the Pathfinders are decrewing the Stingers. Oh, no. That's brutal. I really don't know why you can decrew the Stinger sites.
Stingers are bad against Vs at the best of times, let alone with Pathfinders inside.
Jarman can do the same, obviously. And I think also things such as flashbangs, maybe?
That you flame weapons, for example, will decrew them before destroying the building as well.
Yeah.
They will light on fire, which is understandable. Chinook's in to block the RPG fire is fantastic here, and Sexiee looks like he can take the game machine. It seems possible, and all of a sudden, I mean, Boycah has all of these stinger sites that are useless against the V army.
There is 1 supply exhausted, so it's still 1 supply here for Sexiee.
Strat center. What? Did we see the dozer go down?
Oh no! Did we miss the dozer get sniped?
I don't know. There's a lot going on. We might have done. That's unfortunate, man. If the dozer went down before search and destroy, I think it must have done, unless it's inside of a Chinook.
I don't see why it would be though. There's no reason for it to be.
It's like it must have been a tech terror that we somehow missed on the radar. I don't know.
Oh well.
Hey, we're not perfect.
Oh wow! Neither is this Comanche marker, because one of them gets taken out when 1 Comanche is 1/3 of your army. Well, not really anymore, I guess, but That Comanche was a big loss. But still, we have a lot of Rockvies now. No search and destroy, but there's that many of them and not many quads. Well, there's what, 6? That's still not a lot of quads.
Not a lot, Machine, no.
When the Rockvies outnumber the quads, you're in trouble, and the Pathfinder's going to be sniping these workers down.
This is the drive-by Machine. There are a lot of Vs here. No tow missiles, though.
It's more a leisurely cruise, isn't it?
Yeah. Just your average Sunday drive, really, Machine.
Loses 1V, though. Here come the quads.
Yeah, quads are going to clean up the evacuated V. That's nice. And we'll be seeing a CC come down from Boycah.
Instead of the Palace.
Yeah. CC's going to be Demo Rebel Ambush, though, Machine. It's certainly
true,
available
that's
after
true.
such a long game.
This could be devastating. The Humvees are very tightly packed. Here come the quads as well. Kiting the Vs, but not good enough. There goes one Humvee, loses some quads as well. Should be a win by Sexiee. There's just too many Vs there. Almost gets the ambo. That's very important. And this Garrison with the long range gets one more V. And the ambo even?
Ambo's going to go down. No,
it
the
survives.
retarget.
Comanche, meanwhile, doing some more harassment, prevents the quads from popping. There goes a V. So this tower has been absolutely devastating these Vs. So that's no income?
I don't know. The quads are actually winning this engagement here. They snipe down the ambo and another V. They back off again. But however, look, the Comanches are denying the CC from going down, Machine.
Oh no,
it
it'll
needs to
finish.
Go for it. Oh, it's going to finish this time.
Gets the...
Yeah.
Almost gets the supply. So that was a nice little play there. We saw the technical go in on the flank, which meant the Humvees kited the other direction, fearing that it may have been a tech terror. But then as the Vs kited, the quads popped out. So it meant that the Humvees got sandwiched, and then they couldn't kite properly. I think he lost a V because of that as well. So really good play coming out of Boycah. Even though it was empty, it can still bait your opponent into kiting the wrong direction. And there's long distance mining from Sexiee. So that's basically 1.5 supplies of mining against the, what, none? Okay, we won now.
Yeah, one now. Kind of long range. We'll have to see how many workers go over to that area. And what are these other red dots on the right-hand side here for Boycah? They tunnel network, so it's a garrison, a tunnel network, and a garrison here. So nothing of interest. There is, however, I believe, an oil derrick still alive on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
That one was repaired by Boycah early in the game. However, the cap was denied by the Comanches, if we remember back. Yeah, these Comanches just need to find the free targets. Find the tunnel networks for rocket pods. I think they're scared to go after tunnel networks because 2 Comanches with rocket pods won't kill the tunnel network fast enough.
Still really good harassment, and it's such a long distance that even if these workers aren't harassed, it's still really inefficient. That is so risky though. But really good play there, because what Sexiee did is he left the weak one stealthed and used the full health Comanche to insta-gib the worker there with that turbo chain gun, because he's fully heroic.
Certainly solid play here. Look, I mean, maybe a defensive stinger site here from Boycah on the supply, just to stop the Comanches from running in and killing all the workers, but... I mean, I think this is Sexie's game. The only thing that can turn it is Demo Rebel Ambush, and that's going to be available here for Boycah. If there's a nice hit onto the V army, we might see Boycah solidify his position.
So when your opponent, as a USA or China, has no dozer, and they only have a few buildings in their base, one of the best things you can do... Oh, here we go. Rebel Ambush. He can take out these buildings. He's going to cap it, maybe? He's just not doing anything. Maybe try and destroy the power, then Demo Ambush. Oh, yeah. Just Demo.
Wait, Boycah is Demo, right? I'm not wrong. Was he?
Yeah, he's Demo.
Yeah, he is Demo.
He's 100% Demo. Just demo the supply, or what's he gonna do here? Still, killing the power is a big deal. That's half the production speed. To demoing the supply would have...
that was smart. I'm just not sure why he didn't demo the supply on top of that.
I don't know if it was enough, because I don't think those terrorists do as much. Well, they don't do as much as a regular terrorist would. But still, he had enough there. Yeah, I don't know the math. Maybe it wouldn't have been enough, but either way, gets the power, which is good.
Slows the production. Yeah. I mean, it's not on the army, which is a problem, but it also slows down the production, which was, you know, another problem for Boycah. So I don't know what the best option there was, whether he should have used it on the army or not. Doesn't look like he had the general.
Oh no, he didn't have the demo upgrade.
Oh,
He didn't
no,
have
he
the demo
didn't.
upgrade. That's what it was.
Oh, he didn't have it.
Because there's no palace. That's why.
No palace, no upgrade, man.
That's why he went
that
for it.
That makes sense. Okay, right. So it's just a regular vanilla
Yeah,
demo ambush.
that's exactly
right.
it.
You always assume as demo that they're gonna have the demolition upgrade. It's just like, oh wait, Boycah actually doesn't have
I'm
that.
sure we'll have 100 comments of people
Yeah.
being like, he didn't have the
Yeah,
upgrade.
but we worked it out. We're smarter than you, smarter than the average bear.
Well, depending on the breed of bear.
Yeah.
If it's a Soviet armored war bear,
Yeah,
then probably not.
probably not. I mean, in spite of how hard we try and how hard Boycah has tried, it seems Sexiee has held on here.
With no demo rebel ambush, yeah, I don't see what he's gonna do here. Unless there's a clutch demo trap, but the spy drones anyway, so Sexiee wouldn't fall for it. And I think this may be it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no such thing as an
Anthrax
aerial
bomb?
demo rebel ambush
Oh,
machine.
GG,
That's
wow.
a GG, wow.
Okay.
Sexiee actually won that.
And that's a big surprise because Boycah sent me this replay. So I was waiting for the comeback because why else would Boycah send me a replay where he loses? So big thank you for Boycah to sending that replay in. And I think sending in a replay where you lose is a token of humility.
Yes.
So it was a great game. Really enjoyed that. Thanks, Boycah. And yeah, crazy game.
That was nuts.
Well, I'm trying to think what Boycah did wrong. I guess the only really thing he did is he kind of threw away a bit too many quads, but like they were so close to killing those Comanches. It's very hard to make the right decisions when you're versing stealth Comanches because they re-stealth so fast. And if you don't attack with quads, then sooner or later the Comanches will just keep running around, poking and picking off buildings.
Yeah.
That unless you're aggressive, then you can just kind of lose your base. I think maybe just Boycah didn't recalculate for the fact that they were all basically heroic Comanches.
Yeah, I suppose that it was just engaging without critical mass was a problem, and just he came really close on that tunnel network pop. If there were rocket pods there, and he got the split in time, that probably would have been game over in Boycah's favor. There's so many times Boycah almost won. We'll read out these because we have changed the colors to make it more legible for us. So it's 96 units created, 73 units lost, 147 units destroyed, 15 buildings constructed, 10 buildings lost, 29 buildings destroyed, and 72,150 supplies collected for our man Sexiee.
That's the only downside to this is it makes the screen a bit... I could actually edit this in Photoshop to make it readable, but the main reason why we're doing the black edit is to make it more visual, easy to see, mainly for the colorblind viewers, because this color is normally pink. So pink versus red is hard to distinguish. Anyway, so that wraps us up for now. That was a fantastic match. So we hope you enjoyed the cast. And as always, a big thanks to our Patreon backers especially that are allowing us to churn out all these wonderful 0 Hour videos. And if you do want to see us post more 0 Hour and keep the dream alive, then do consider a backing on Patreon or a PayPal donation. So all the links for that are in the description. And we will see you next time.
Thank you.